So get this. A teenage girl found out the man she knew as her uncle was not only a serial killer, but was also responsible for stealing her as a baby after unaliving her biological mother. Okay, so our story. It starts with a girl named Heather Robinson. When this all goes down, she's 15 years old, just, living her life in Illinois. She knows she was adopted, sure, but she had this loving family, school pictures on the wall, holidays, birthdays, just a solid, stable childhood built on love. But her uncle, John Robinson, she said that as a kid, she always felt deeply uneasy around him. Not just uncomfortable, it was a real sense of danger that she just couldn't put her finger on. And that vague feeling became a terrifying reality in the year 2000. One day, her uncle John Robinson was arrested. At first it was a shock, but then the headlines just exploded. The charges kept piling up, and it went from a standard arrest to a full-blown serial killer investigation. And then suddenly, bam! Their name, the Robinson name, is all over the news for these horrific crimes. She remembers news vans everywhere, her adoptive mom just losing it, crying, saying, "Our lives are over." And damn, which is wild, she said that was the first time she ever saw her adoptive father cry. Their whole world just imploded, and then the horror started to turn inward. Well, once an investigator started digging, the truth came out pretty fast. She learned that, her name wasn't actually Heather Robinson. Her real name was Tiffany Stasi. And it wasn't just the name. Her whole life story was a lie. Her birthday, she always thought it was in October. Nope. It was September 3rd, 1984. 15 years earlier. Tiffany Stasi, the baby, she vanished. She was just 4 months old, with her 19-year-old mom, Lisa Stasi. Her biological family, the Stasis, they spent years putting up missing posters, searching. Eventually, they had to assume they were both gone, probably dead. And here's the deepest secret. Here's the evidence showing the name change and everything. John Robinson, the killer, he took baby Tiffany and he gave her to his own brother to raise as his own. She was raised by the family of the man who unalived her mother, hidden in plain sight for 15 years. Okay, so Lisa was young. She was 19. She was just trying to do right by her baby. After a fight with her husband, she was staying at a women's shelter called Hoop House. And John Robinson, this guy specialized in this. He created this whole fake persona, claiming he ran a program to help struggling young women. He was talking to social workers, hospitals, making himself seem completely legit. He offered to put Lisa and Tiffany up in a hotel, the Roadway Inn in Kansas. The last time anyone saw Lisa alive was January 8th, 1985. She was visiting her sister-in-law, talking about Robinson, and the sister-in-law felt really uneasy about him. Another gut feeling. The next day, there's a snowstorm, and Robinson takes Lisa and Tiffany back to that hotel. And that was it, the last time she was seen alive. Hours later, Lisa's mother-in-law gets a call. And Lisa is hysterical, terrified. She's saying she's being forced to sign these blank pieces of paper. Her mother-in-law is on the phone telling her, "Don't sign anything. Whatever you do, don't sign." Lisa calms down a little, and then she says this final chilling thing. She says, "Here they come now," and then blam, the line goes dead. That was the last anyone ever heard from her. After she vanished, these typed letters started showing up, supposedly from Lisa, saying she'd left to start a new life. But her mom knew right away Lisa couldn't type, and she would never, ever leave her baby. He told his brother a woman had unalived herself in a hotel room, that her baby was now an orphan and needed a home right away. He even said the adoption paperwork was all ready to go. A perfect, tragic story. And his brother believed him. And here's maybe the most disturbing detail. The very next day, a family photo was taken. And here's his smiling face in the photo. It's John Robinson, grinning, holding baby Tiffany on his knee. Prosecutors believe Lisa was already dead, probably bludgeoned, when he was sitting there smiling for that picture. So fast forward to 2000, Robinson's arrested. The police search his properties and they find the bodies. Women sealed inside barrels in a storage unit, others buried on his land. They charged him with the murder of Lisa Stasi and the kidnapping of baby Tiffany. So Heather, as she was known, had to submit fingerprints. The FBI matched them to her hospital records from 1984. The DNA test was the final nail in the coffin. It confirmed everything. Heather Robinson was Tiffany Stasi. She realized that for 15 years, this man had watched her grow up. At every holiday, every birthday party, he was there, watching her, knowing exactly what he had done. She was his living trophy. Just before he was caught, Robinson actually suggested that she run away with him. Yeah. And looking back, she believes that if she had said yes, he would have unalived her too. She said it herself, "I'd be in that barrel." So now John Robinson is on death row in Kansas. But for Tiffany, the story isn't over. It can't be. Tiffany, who goes by Tiffany Stasi now, she's even gone back to the site where the hotel used to be. It's just an empty lot now. To find her mom, give her a proper burial, and give her name back. She's been very clear that closure for her isn't about forgetting. It's about knowing the whole truth.